Yadav, Chief Sergeant at Arms. Welcome you all. Okay. So good morning, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, leaders, and guests. I, Nikhil Yadav, Chief Sergeant at Arms, welcome you all to the Toastmasters Club of Lucknow's Humorous and Evaluation Speech Contest. I'm sure you are as excited as I am for these contests. This contest will be blocked till, till 6 p.m. and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. I would like to begin by stating the mission of the Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we start the event, I want to highlight some key points. First, please make sure you follow the instructions as and when they are shared by the organizer. Second, please do not exit the meeting room when the contestants are on stage, because when you may exit the room silently only when there is 1 minute of silence when we transition between one contestant to another. Third, regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, at Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, we request all members and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we, as a club, practice diversity and inclusion both in letter and spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Please ensure all cell phones are on silent or switched off mode. You have 10 seconds to reach out. Please enter or exit the stage with a handshake. Please applaud enthusiastically and loudly for our contestants. Emergency, okay, I can skip this one. We aim to start and end on time, so please be punctual for all contests. We are more. Thank you for your attention. Let's have an amazing, enriching contest. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to our contest, Vaishnavi, Toastmaster Vaishnavi, to commence the contest. Toastmaster Vaishnavi is currently serving as VP membership of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, working as an operations manager and SEM, and she will be taking this meeting forward. Over to you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. Greetings to everybody who is looking forward to this amazing contest. I'm Toastmaster Vaishnavi, and I would welcome all of you to the humorous speech contest and evaluation contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Madam Chief Judge, I would like to confirm that all the contestants and the role players have been briefed by the contest chair, which is me. I would request you to kindly confirm if the contest officials are present in the room and have been briefed.
Yes, contest chair, they are there in the room and have been briefed.
All right. Thank you so much for the confirmation. The draw of lots has been determined and also has been shared with the chief judge and the contest officials. Dear contestants, there are a few points I would like to reiterate. The meeting room will be logged when you are giving your speeches. I would request all of you to be on camera and keep yourself on and have your camera on. And there shall be no photography or videography as the meeting is being recorded. I would request all of you to keep your noise-making devices on mute. Dear contestants, are we ready to begin the contest? Chief Judge, can I go ahead and begin the contest?
Do we have all the contestants in the room?
As I can see, there are contestants in the room. Just give me a moment. The contestants have not renamed themselves. I would request all the contestants to quickly rename themselves so that we can begin the contest. The contestants are in the meeting room. Can the tech master help in renaming them?
We are going with HSC first, right?
That's right, Toastmaster Manvi.
Okay, so we have Akshat, we have Sahil. Yes, we have Sahil, then we have Suraj and Pulkit. Okay, all are there. We can go ahead with it.
Thank you so much for the confirmation, Toastmaster Manvi. I would request Tech Master to kindly spotlight contestant number one, Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat, can you please switch on your camera? Toastmaster Akshat, can you please say, I'm excited to be a part of this contest to check if you're clear and visible.
I am excited to be a part of this contest.
You're clearly audible and visible. Contestant number one, Toastmaster Akshat. April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day, Toastmaster Akshat.
A raise of hands if you have actually tried to play a prank on someone on April Fool's Day. Let me just zoom in a bit. Oh, I can see Toastmaster Nikhil raise his hand, and a lot of cameras are right now not open. So I assume that all of you are fun guys. So you would have definitely tried a prank on someone one time or the other. Well, let me just recount some of my April Fool pranks. Well, I'm not someone who makes fun of someone, but I've been guilty of doing April Fool pranks on two occasions. So I would go back to 1st April 2003. I guess I was in second year of college, and that's when I decided to do a prank on April Fool's Day. So I do a prank on my friend, on my best friend, who was sitting right beside me, and he had a crush on a girl named Sheetal. So he would always talk about her, he'd always talk about her, but she was inaccessible to him. And I felt very irritated because he's always talking about her. So I was sitting there right beside him. And what I do is in my phone, I create a contact by my number and name it Sheetal. And then I go ahead and draft a message in which I say, "Oh, Akshat, it's so great to be with you." And I draft that message and send that message across to my number only. And that message actually boomerangs to my phone. And here is the message on my phone. And it reads from Sheetal with the message, "Oh, Akshat, it's so good to be with you." And I tilt my phone just diagonally so that my friend can have a look. And he looks so startled, so shocked, just to see that his best friend, who is being his agony aunt or uncle, as you may say, is listening to his problems, and yet he is friends with Sheetal and not letting him know any time. He feels shocked, he feels startled, and I feel happy that I made a prank. Well, I know him, I make him know a little later that it was a prank, riding on my confidence that I did a wonderful prank. I head to my home, and this time I choose my mom as my next target on the same day because I was fully confident. But let me tell you, what are we actually doing when we are doing a prank? We are basically trying to hit the sensitivity of people. We are trying to attack their weaknesses. So, what is the weakness of my mom? And what is my weakness? Well, let me first talk about my mom's weakness. She was a great Jackie Shroff fan. Jackie Shroff, the same actor who is now known these days as someone who calls Bidu 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 everywhere, and his son Tiger Shroff, who cannot stay in one place and is always making moves. So the same actor. So I was so irritated by my mom's by my mom liking Jackie Shroff that I couldn't stand that. So this was her weakness. What was my weakness? My weakness was about drinking a lot of cold drink, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Fanta. So all of you have understood what our respective weaknesses was. And here I am trying to attack my mom's weakness. I was learning HTML back then. HTML, the technology that you use to create websites. I go onto this website of Times of India and I just changed the HTML behind it. And I created a headline. And that headline said, Jackie Shroff decides to quit acting and is not going to act anymore in Bollywood. I call my mom. Mom, come here, come here. Look at what the Times of India is saying. And my mom looks shocked and startled. Startled at the fact that she won't get to see any of Jackie Shroff's movies. She looks disappointed and heads back to her room. And that's when I tell her, Mom, that was actually April Fool's Day. So my second prank also is a success. With that satisfaction, I head back to my room, fully satisfied that I have had my day. In the evening, I wake up and head to the refrigerator. I wanted to have my favorite cold drink. I step inside and look at the refrigerator, and I find that there's a bottle of Pepsi full of cola. And yet there was no label around that Pepsi. But I didn't give much thought. And I started gulping all the cold drink. And that's when I realized that it's not sweet. It's not like cola. Then what is it? I realized there is something fishy about it. And that's when my mom walks to the area where the refrigerator was kept. And she says, So, how was the Pepsi? I said, Mom, what was that? She says, That's nothing but coffee, black coffee with a lot of salt and water in it. Doesn't it look like Pepsi? And that's when I realized that the prank that I did on my mom earlier in the day has boomeranged on me. And that's how it was. So, all in all, a great April Fool's Day for all of us. And one realization that I had after this was that when you are doing a prank with someone who is probably as intellectual as you are, you better be wary that that prank would hit you back. So that's an exciting April Fool's Day. I hope the chief judge and the contest chair would also think of such pranks that they would have done in the past. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Toastmaster Sahil, can you please say, I'm excited for this contest to check if you're clearly audible and visible?
I'm excited for this contest. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, sorry, my bad. Toastmaster Sahil.
Biceps, amazing. Triceps, fantastic. Ah, now I can give John Abraham a run for his money. Are you guys laughing at me? He looks like a delicate lady finger. No. He looks like an antenna that we have at the top of our house. Sahil, you eat so much. Where does it all go? All the zero figure personalities sitting right here, have you ever wondered where does all your food go? Contest chair, chief judge, and my dear John Abrams and Katrina Kaif's in this room. 25 years back, on the 14th of December, I was born. Do you know what else falls on the 14th of December except for my birthday? Anyone? It's a National Monkey Day. But as this little monkey grew, he got everything secondhand from his older sibling. Younger siblings in the house, can you all relate with me? Right? And my mom, being my mom, a typical Indian mom, really disappointed that who is going to wear the loose clothes of my elder daughter. Her daughter? While her daughter kept consoling her with the sarcasm, Mama, don't worry, I'll give my skirts to Sahil. With the passage of time, my weight was not the only problem. It has been rightly said, when God gives, He gives us abundantly. He finally garnished me with an extra ugly face, a zero-figure Cinderella personality, and a Burj Khalifa height. So one fine day, keeping all my faith together, I decided to watch myself in the mirror. Trust me, my dear friends, after that I promised myself never to look back again. It was like me watching animal creation during daytime. For the animal, oh, sorry, my bad. For Sahil, lifting even a 1 kg of faith was even more than he could handle. But somehow carrying it together, he reached college. Now, college comes with a whole new bunch of friends. And I found one, Amit. On a bright sunny morning, he told me something really profound. Sahil, you are too skinny that you have to stand in the same place twice to cast a shadow. But no matter what, my friend Amit loved me enough that he gave me a sweet sounding nickname. Melons. Such a sweet jingle to this name, right? Melons. Better late than never. I googled melons out of curiosity. And it was nothing but a hanger. There comes the most awaited day in our family, the awaited Sunday. And my mom being my mom, remember, a typical Indian mom, you will find her buried in a closet. I happened to pass by and she waved at me. Hanger! It triggered my mind. I said, yes. Sahil, hanger. Yes, Mama, I'm there. Hanger, Sahil. Mama, I'm there. She repeated hanger, I repeated yes. She repeated hanger, I repeated yes. And finally she lost it. Sahil, hanger. My self-worth was so low at this point. I thought, my mom, my loving mom is calling me a hanger? Have you ever been so low in your life? That day, I decided something has to change. When I looked myself into the mirror, I chose not to see an ugly face. I chose not to see a Cinderella. I chose not to see a Burj Khalifa height. I saw me, the real me, and I smiled. Do I really need to have those biceps and triceps? I would like to ask everyone in this room, is that something are we all looking for? I love to be Sahil Sachdeva of my own life. The one who supported his family more than anything else. The one who always ensured a constant smile on his parents' face. The one who mentored his mentees achieve every milestone they ever dreamt of in their lives. We are always too skinny or too chubby, too short or too tall. We are shaming each other and we are shaming ourselves. But why can't we walk together towards tomorrow? Chief Judge. Oh, sorry, my bad. Contest Master.
Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Suraj, can you please say, I'm excited to be a part of this contest to check if you're clearly audible and visible?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, could you please say it
Can you
again?
say, I'm excited to be a part of this contest?
I'm excited to be the part of this contest.
You're clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Suraj, just a bachelor's way. Just a bachelor's way, Toastmaster Suraj.
Just quick and clear. How many of you are missing your bachelor's life? I can understand even some of you are still living and enjoying the bachelor's life, but I am sure the people who have lived it will miss it throughout their life because it is full of stories. It is full of anecdotes. It is full of different kinds of exploration as well as experiments. Today, I have a story to share, which all of you will be relating it as if it's your own story. I just want to confirm, or I just want to know, or I just want to see your hand raise that how many of you have ever faced a situation where you versus rest of the friend have been in your life? Yes, this has happened to me, not just once, but several times. But at the same time, I have also been the part of that particular occasion where several friends of mine have been alone, and then the rest of the friends were on the other side. And the way we enjoy doing leg pulling, right? So there was a time when my all friends were gathering there. They have already reached before me, and they were waiting for me. I was late by half an hour, and I was happily coming there because everyone had reached there and they were waiting for me. And I was like, oh, I just had come on the time. And now all of them had already planned to do a leg pulling. And that day, that was the worst day of my life, where I had been humored very, very badly. That day, they dug out all the bad stories of my life, whether it was unsuccessful dates, whether it was the situation where I have faced some of the most hilarious way. This was the day they dug out all these stories, how during the campus training I was being humiliated, I was being beaten, and everyone was laughing. And me, who used to consider, and still I consider myself a calm person, I faced all their words and taunts having a normal smile with calm mind, because I knew if I try to drop in, if I try to interfere, then they are going to do something which I cannot even imagine. But something happened to me. I started harboring a sense of vengeance inside me. And later on, after a few days, one of my friends, one of them were living with me, and it was Koji Sunday. I was just waking up quite late, and I just saw that my friend is gathering. He is just taking out all his clothes just to wash it, just for the laundry. And I was just seeing him, and I would suddenly got recollected the moments, the way he was doing the leg pulling along with all my friends. I thought this is the time to take vengeance back. So he took his all the clothes and went towards the washroom, where a common washing machine is kept for everyone. He kept all his clothes, and he came out. And just taking the advantage of his absence in the washroom, I took few of my clothes, went sneakingly like I'm on a coveted mission, looking around. And when I reached the washroom just nearby the washing machine, I looked through the corner of my eyes whether he is coming towards me or not. I just turned the knob of washing machine to extreme left and put all my clothes inside the washing machine, and then again I just restarted, and then I went inside the room. And every moment he was coming out, I was just seeing that whether he has detected it or not. Later on, he just did all the laundry work, and then he was, after a while, putting all the clothes, after drying, putting all the clothes on the wire, and I was just seeing him. And then I just told him that, why you just keep these four clothes properly, right? This, and he was a bit confused because those clothes, the uniforms were almost similar, so he was not able to detect it initially. But the way I was just telling him, he was getting confused and he was getting irritated, which I was enjoying. Later on, when he was literally counting the clothes, he found something unusual, and that made him suspicious of me, and I was the suspect. He saw the nameplate and he ran towards me. And then he came out with a few name that was the ninja technique. And he spread it amongst all my friends that someone is having a very, very ninja technique who can take vengeance to everyone. And let me tell you, this way I have got my job done several times. So having a calm mind with focused target, we can get it done. Back to contest.
Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Pulkit, can you kindly say, I'm excited to be a part of this contest to check if you're clearly audible and visible?
Sure, Vaishnavi. I'm excited to be part of this contest.
You're clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Pulkit, moment. Moment, Toastmaster Pulkit.
Has any story ever inspired you? For me, this moment of inspiration came when I read a short story titled Eidgah by the famous Indian writer Munshi Premchand. Now, the story climaxes when a poor 8-year-old child, Hamid, enters his home with a pair of chimta or metal tongs. A few hours back, he was at a fair with his friends, and his friends, being children, bought all kinds of savories like chocolates, sweets, even toys. But Hamid decided to buy a pair of metal tongs, and when he presented this gift back home to his grandmother, she was visibly furious. Why did you spend all your money on this thing? But what Hamid replied melted his grandmother's heart. He said, every day I used to see your hands getting burned while you made chapatis with your bare hands. I bought this gift for you. His grandmother teared up, realizing what an 8-year-old child had done for her. This moment, this beautiful moment, so deeply inspired me. I wanted to have my own Hamid moment. So next Sunday, I woke up early, all in high spirits, and took out a pen and paper and started making the names of those who I can give this moment to. At the top of the list was my mom, my humble, beautiful mom. So I went to my mom, who was resting on a chair, her eyes closed, and I asked her, Mom, I have a question for you to ask. She said, Yes, ask, without opening her eyes. I said, Mom, what is one deep desire that you have? My mom opened her eyes suspiciously, looked at me, and said, What do you want? I said, Mom, today it's all about you. What do you want? My mom said, Pulkit, you see, I'm a simple lady, but last week I was out with my girlfriends when I saw this sparkling shop. Aha, a shop. My wallet was out. It was a diamond shop, and I saw this big, beautiful diamond necklace. I think it would look great on me. I looked at my wallet. My wallet looked at me and whispered, Bro, not possible. And poof, I was gone. Back at my desk, I looked at the second person in my list and glowed there the name of Neha, my girlfriend. Now, Neha is a simple girl with high thinking. She has to be, she's my girlfriend. So I called Neha up and asked her, Neha, let's meet up at a local Starbucks. Neha said, Pulkit, no, Starbucks is too expensive. Let's meet at a local garden. See, simple girl. At the garden, Neha was there. Dark hair, dark eyes, and little black dress. I pulled her closer, looked deeply into her eyes, and asked her this important question. Neha, what is one thing that you deeply want? Neha said, Pulkit, you see, I'm a simple girl. But since you're asking, let me share my desire with you. Last week, I was watching a TV series where I saw this beautiful 8 bedroom duplex sea facing bungalow in Bandra next to Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone's house. I wanted to buy this for me when we get married. My debit card had a heart attack. I had a heart attack, and poof, I was gone. Back at my home, I slumped down on the sofa, completely frustrated that half the day has gone. I'm not having my Hamid movement. At the corner of my eyes, I saw this beautiful furry creature, my dog, Rocky. So I called Rocky, come, come, and Rocky came wagging his tail. I held Rocky's face in my hands, looked intently into his eyes, and asked him this important question. Rocky, my friend, what do you want? Rocky, eyes sparkled. He gave a little bark and ran to the other room and bought a newspaper clipping. The clipping was an ad that read, Platinum pedigree, high in protein, makes your dog have 10 girlfriends. I just looked at poor Rocky and thought, poor dog, he just want to have 10 girlfriends. But then I saw the price tag, 20,000 rupees per kg. Bad dog, I said. Rocky said. So I retreated back to my room, sat on my desk, completely rejected, frustrated, and lost. I thought, gone was those days when 3 paisa could buy you a Hamid moment. Today's date is was too expensive. But then, while I sat there, I saw someone smiling back at me. The more I smiled, the more the person smiled. It was my reflection in my wardrobe's mirror. And then a realization hit me like a thunderbolt. All today, I have been chasing this Hamid movement outside. But have I ever stopped and asked, can I give this Hamid movement to me? And as my mind raced, my life came like a picture. When I was young, in school, all I wanted was to be the best student in school and study day in and day out. But all my time was wasted chasing girls. In college, I wanted to be the best software engineer that has ever walked this planet and have Googles and Facebook fight for me. But all my time was wasted again chasing girls. In my professional life, I have the opportunity to change life by writing code that can bring the world to his knees. But all my time is wasted giving such nonsense Toastmaster speeches. So as I sat there in my room and I looked at my reflection, I finally asked this important question. Pulkit, what do you want? And the answer changed my life. It could change yours too. And the answer was sleep. I want to sleep. So I slept the entire day. But ladies and gentlemen, you know me. I'm a giver. So I'm going to give you an affordable Hamid movement. Remember Neha? She once told me, Pulkit, I will marry you if only you could get 100 by 100 in humorous speech contest judges ballot. So some secret people in this room, you have your chance to have your Hamid movement. For others less fortunate, I'll be back with offers very soon. Contest share.
Let us now observe 3 minutes of silence for the judges to finalize their ballots and hand them over. Hello, dear contestants and audience. This concludes the humorous speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. I would like all of you to give a huge round of applause for all the contestants. The felicitation will happen towards the end of the second contest. It was an absolute pleasure hosting this contest, and I'm eagerly waiting for results just like all of you. There'll be a break of 5 minutes before we start the next contest, and I would request the timer to kindly make a note of this. All of you, in the meantime, can take a quick break and come back to have yet another amazing contest. Thank you so much. Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Vaishnavi again, the contest chair of the evaluation speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Madam Chief Judge, the eligibility has been checked for all the contestants. Before proceeding, I would request all the contestants of the evaluation speech contest to keep their cameras on throughout the contest. Can I have all of you on camera, please? I would request all of you to display your sheet. Toastmaster Anup, you're not clearly audible. I only see a silhouette. I would request all the contestants to constantly be on camera until the end of the meeting. Toastmaster Anup. Yes, now you're clearly visible. Can I just see your sheet?
Sorry, I have just kept pen and diary. I missed sheet per se in case
mean,
anything is required.
The page where you're noting it down.
Yeah, okay. So I have diaries. You want me to tear one page only out of this or what?
Yes, that would work.
Okay, I'll do.
Toastmaster Akshat, can I have you on camera, please? Can you kindly display the sheet? I believe I missed out on checking it. Toastmaster Manvi, the Chief Judge, can I go ahead now?
Yes, a quick confirmation. I can see a little blur background at Akshat and Anoop's back. So I'll request you to remove that if possible.
I think we're good to go now. Madam Chief Judge, I would like to confirm that the eligibility of all the contestants has been checked. The contestants and the role players are briefed and are present in the meeting room. I would request you to kindly confirm if all the contest officials are in the meeting room and have been briefed.
Yes, Madam Contest Chair, I confirm that all the contest officials are there in the room and have been briefed by me.
Thank you so much for the confirmation. Shall we begin the contest now?
Yes, we may.
I would now like to introduce our test speaker. Test speaker, can you please say I'm excited to present my speech?
I am excited to present my speech.
Can you please confirm if you're able to clearly see the timer cards?
Yes. This time it is blue.
Yes.
And now it is green.
Toastmaster Swarnima, the not
I'll
so
request I'll request contestant to please wait. Swarnima, I can sense a lot of echo at your back. Is it an empty room wherein you are standing right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Contestants, is it okay with you? Can you hear her clearly? Because I got okay. Akshat Sahil, great. Then we can go ahead with it.
Toastmaster Swarnima, the not so grown up me. The not so grown up me, Toastmaster Swarnima.
You know, people are actually scared to go anywhere with me. Not because I fight, not because I get angry, but the moment I stepped out of my house, I transform into a 5-year-old child. Sorry, 10, no, 5. 5-year-old child with full of energy and curiosity. If there is a swing, I will sit on it. And if there is a cycle, I will ride it. And if there is no problem, I will create it. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting you all, me. And I am a living example that maturity is optional. Taking you all to a college lab, for example. One day, everyone was sitting quietly at their desk. And me? I was everywhere. Checking here, poking there, disturbing people everywhere except my own desk. And finally, my teacher stood up and roared like a lion that Jhansi ki Rani, just go to your seat, otherwise I will tie your head with wires. I was scared and started behaving like an obedient student, and I ran towards my desk in full Bollywood style. But instead of sitting gracefully, I slipped, went under a desk. Yes. Now my whole class burst into laughter. Ha 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 ha. And even my teacher was laughing too. And me, I was stuck under the desk and thinking that, oh, so this is what they mean by undergraduate. Now you all might be thinking, after such an embarrassing fall, I would have learned my lesson and started behaving like an obedient and a good and a normal student. But no, let me take you all to a rewind back in my school days. Back in my school, one day our principal proudly came to us and said that today I will teach you guys volleyball. Everyone was very excited. I was nervous. Not because he looks like a devil, but I had one rule that no matter who gets the ball, I must hit it. So now the game began. The ball came and I smashed it. And guess where? Onto the principal's head. I panicked, but he smiled and said that don't worry, it happened in the game, it happens in the game. And I was like, okay. So now the game begins again. And the ball came again. And I smashed it again and again on the principal's head. And this time, he did not say anything. He just quietly walked away, probably straight to the medical room. That day, I found out that I am not a volleyball player. I am a head hunter. Now, the mischief did not even stop here. You all might be thinking that hitting principal twice was embarrassing. Wait till you hear when the whole school was watching me. One morning, I was called for the assembly, and I was called on the stage. And I am just going to the stage in full proud and in very much confidence. Now, I hold the mic like I am a motivational speaker. But instead of delivering wisdom, I delivered myself on the floor. Now, my principal just came to me and said that, Beta, are you okay? And I replied, Yes, sir, I am totally fine. I'm just checking that gravity still exists today or not. The mischief did not even stop here. Not even outside the volleyball ground, or the classroom, or the lab. One day outside my hostel, one girl was riding her bicycle, so I just saw her, and a normal person would admire her from a distance and her cycle. But me, I just went straight to the girl and said, "Can I have your cycle for one round?" And before she could even say yes, I just grabbed it from her and started riding like I am in a Olympic. That day, the cycle was her, but the gold medal totally mine. So now you all might be thinking that why I'm sharing my endless list of fails, falls, and the funny adventure stories. Because in this generation where everyone started, behaving like a mature person, a very responsible, I chose another way. I chose to keep my inner child alive. Life is messy, unpredictable, and it sometimes throws you under the desk, literally. But maturity is optional, and laughter is essential. So, if you ever need a reminder to not take life too seriously, just come and find me either under the desk or checking that gravity still exists today or not. Thank you, and over to you, contest chair.
Let us now observe 5 minutes of silence for the contestants to prepare their evaluation. Timer, kindly show the red card when 5 minutes are up. Thank you, Toastmaster Archita. Sergeant at Arms, and the Tech Master, I would now request you to kindly move all the contestants and Sergeant at Arms too to the breakout room, except for the first contestant, which is Toastmaster Suraj. Please confirm.
Before the contestants go into the breakout room, I'll request everyone to fold your sheets and keep that sheet in frame. Please fold the sheet wherein you wrote the evaluation. And please keep the sheet in frame throughout. And now you can go to the breakout room.
Tech Master, kindly confirm once it is done. Toastmaster Sahil, kindly join the breakout room. In order to maintain uniformity, we will observe 1 minute of silence before the first contestant and will begin once the contest chair comes back to the main room. Sorry, Chief Judge comes back to the main room. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Suraj. Can you please say lights, camera, action 1, 2, 3 along with hand gestures to check if you're clearly audible and visible?
Lights, camera, action, one, two, three.
I could see a slight lag. Can you say it again?
Oh. Lights, camera, action.
Chief Judge, can you confirm if this was clearly audible and visible?
No, there was a lag. So, Master Suraj, can you please repeat, or maybe you can switch your network? Because we can sense a lot of lag while you are speaking.
Yes. Now, please let me know if I'm clearly
Can you
audible.
say lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3.
I could hear and see you clearly. Can you confirm if the timer cards are visible to you?
Time card is visible to me. It's blue right now. Yeah, it's color is changing.
Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster Suraj, contestant number 1.
Long time back, I read a quote on inner child that goes like, allow your inner child to play and dance to life and you'll be forever young, by Linda Quinn. And this is exactly what I got reminded while listening to the target speech. What an amazing speech, where she could express her personal anecdote, which was quite relatable to the audiences. When the speech was telling the story of the classrooms to the volleyball courts to the college campuses, I was feeling like that I'm also reliving all those moments of my life. And that interested me a lot. I would appreciate the very well used hand gestures and the stage space throughout the speech. For example, when target speaker was playing the volleyball, the way she was using a hand gesture, when she was talking about her going here and there in the classroom, poking everyone except her desk, when she was playing, a whole school was watching her. That time she was showing such a hand gesture that was exactly how it looks like. I would appreciate the uses of stays as well. A few recommendations which could have transformed this speech into a very, very amazing and a very, very interesting way, that was even the teacher laughing too, followed by a long pause. So I think that long pause could have been minimized. And I could see throughout her speech, there have been several moments where she could have laughed heart out, but smiles were very, very less. So I think there can be some work upon their smiles and expression as well, because I could see that there is a constant neutrality throughout their speech. Maybe that may be because of nervousness. So a speaker can have a sigh of relief and then she can speak upon that. The take home message, which I highly appreciate, that is keep your inner child alive in yourself, and that will help you to be happy forever. That will help you to enjoy the every moment of your life. In summation, I would say that the speech did excellent in body language and delivery. Only recommendation is to work up a bit upon a smile pattern variation in tone. I wish the speaker all the best for the future endeavor. Back to contest.
Let us now observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Should I start?
We are observing 1 minute of silence. Contestant will call you when your turn will come up.
Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Anoop, can you please say lights, camera, action 1, 2, 3, along with signals to check if you're clearly audible and visible?
Light, camera, action. 1, 2, 3.
With hand gestures, please. You're clearly audible and visible. Can you confirm if you're able to see the timer cards?
I can see it clearly. It's blue as of now.
All right.
Green and red. Yellow.
Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Anoop. Toastmaster Anoop, contestant number 2.
Okay. So good evening, Toastmasters and contest chair. So just getting into evaluation of Toastmaster Swarnima's speech, not so grown up me. So I just divided it in three parts and starting with the topic. So topic was quite intriguing and it sparks the curiosity from the first time itself. It connects well with the theme of nostalgia, humor, and self-reflection. So I think Toastmaster Swarnima did a brilliant job in while she was selecting the topic to present. Now, getting into speech content, I think she started very well by explaining, utilizing humor and explaining what undergrad means by getting in under the table, and then she further went on to explain volleyball, how she hit principal couple of times, and then to cycle, and then there was a perfect closer in terms of maturity is optional and humor is essential. So I think there was a good closing on that speech content. I would say one area of improvement which I can see in terms of content, I think as a central line, as a central storyline, it could have been a little more tighter in terms of start to middle. I think there were some transition glitches at times that could have been little that can be done a little better. So that was one area of improvement what I observed. Getting into delivery, I think she used hand gestures perfectly well. She has complete comfort in terms of delivering the speech. So brilliant job on that front. I think she was in full control of her speech throughout the duration. A couple of suggestions in terms of delivery where I feel she can improve on that area. I think she was struggling with her open hairs, so even probably tying them will help her. There was a lot of echo in the room, which also was highlighted by the contest chair in start of the contest. That can also be dealt with if it is planned well. And I think one more area where she can further improve on is audience engagement. It was a humorous speech. Getting some confirmation from audience will further validate the speech and it can further improve the delivery bit. So all in all, it was a perfect speech with couple of areas of improvement, which are primarily around couple of them around delivery and one around content. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Sahil, can you repeat Lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3, along with hand gestures to check if you're clearly audible and visible.
Sure. Lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3.
You're clearly audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards?
Just a minute. Yes.
Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil, contestant number 3.
And our test runner, Swarnima. Just using words, Swarnima transformed my room into a racetrack where I was there till the end, cheering Swarnima, Swarnima, Swarnima. I was impressed by the command she has of her voice that hooked my attention throughout. No diversion left, no diversion right. Undoubtedly, vocal variety, particularly in terms of intonation, was one of her key strengths as a speaker. She did smile at times wherein it was needed, had a pinch of humor. The mimicry she did of herself as well as principal was both funny and to the point. Now we know that every race has an ending point. And I was wondering if I could present Swarnima with 3 tips that can help her reach that end point of her speech race a little faster. The first tip from my side would be in terms of a virtual setup and her camera positioning. Toastmaster Swarnima, you had a powerful voice, a powerful hand gestures. But there were times while you were looking down the camera instead of at the camera. I would suggest, Swarnima, a speaker that you are, to be really mindful of the fact you have adequate lighting in the room, eyes at the camera level, and your hands visible throughout the speech. The second tip from my side would be in terms of your opening and a closing remark. You started off your speech giving an example, a story of your examination start. However, in the end, you have had a conclusion or wherein you turned your conclusion to be bringing your child alive. If you could have had the same examination hall at the end, that would have eventually closed your speech loop. So, my suggestion to you would be tie the opening and the closing together so that the audience can have a recall value from your speech. The third tip from my side would be in terms of your powerful conclusion. Toastmaster Swarnima, you have had a perfect heroic start. An examination story, a volleyball match, having a bit of humors in between. But your didactic message, bringing your child alive, came right at the end of the orange card. If you could have paced your speech, bringing it more, making it more elaborative, that would have helped you to connect with your audience. Because remember, if we are delivering a 5 to 7 minutes of a prepared speech, we have to ensure that we get a good connect with the audience. But overall, it was a treat listening to you today, Toastmaster Swarnima. You had a visual start, you had a smile throughout your face, elements of humor pinched throughout, and a story. Stories, when added, helps release dopamine or the love hormone. Love yourself, and the world will always love the way you deliver your speech. If you could just work on your camera positioning, your structure, and a didactic conclusion, I'm sure you are definitely going to augment your speech to the next level. Thank you. Back to you, contest chair.
Let us now observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Akshat, can you kindly repeat after me? Lights, camera, action. One, two, three, with hand gestures to check if you're clearly audible and visible.
Lights, camera, action. One, two, three.
You're clearly audible and visible. Are you able to see the timer cards?
Yes, I can.
Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat, contestant number 4.
We all have a child in us, and though we have lost a connect with that child, this particular story transports us to a time when we were child. Good evening, contest chair and chief judge. I'm completely amazed by the way in which the test speaker highlights to us that it is okay to goof up at times and not be serious about life. We all talk about prodigies, people who have got special gift, and there are children who are prodigies. But our test speaker is a prodigy in terms of goofing up. She always becomes the butt of jokes, but she is unassuming about it. And she creates a lot of fun and laughter the way she operates in any given situation. The kind of delivery that the test speaker has used in the speech takes us to a time when we were all in school or in college, and most of our anecdotes are full of laughter. In fact, I'm in splits thinking, how can one kick the head of the principal, even though somewhere innate in me is the desire to kick the head of the principal, but I have not been able to ever do that. So the test speaker has been lucky in terms of being able to do it. The test speaker is absolutely clear the way she speaks, and her clarity of voice is so great that when she enacts as her principal or her teacher saying that don't be a Jhansi ki Rani, that is quite evident, and it takes you to the exact characterization of the test speaker as Jhansi ki Rani. So everywhere she manages to gain the attention of everyone that is surrounding her. More importantly, the way she speaks is absolutely clear, and these anecdotes are very, very relevant. Coming to the areas of improvement, I personally feel that the structure that the test speaker has followed is a reverse chronological structure in which she takes us to the current time, and then she takes us back to a time when she was in college, and then to a time when she was in school. Some of these anecdotes are really humorous, but what I feel is that when you're trying to explain a situation and trying to create humor, you also have to keep in mind that you don't turn out to be a headache for people around you. So, in most of these anecdotes, while these seem hilarious, the test speaker has become a headache for many people in lives. So, while it is okay not to be mature at most times, there's definitely a need to balance this some bit of foolishness with maturity. So, this would make it a great speech if there is a bit of a balance. To summarize, the test speaker has got a great sense of humor, great anecdotes. If she balances this humor with some bit of balancing it with maturity and concluding it more perfectly, this would call for a great speech. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
Let us now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Pulkit, can you repeat after me? Lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3, along with hand gestures to check if you're clearly audible and visible.
Sure, contest chair. Lights, camera, action, 1, 2, 3.
You're clearly audible and visible. Can you confirm if you're able to see the timer cards?
Sure, it's currently blue, green, yellow, and red.
Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Pulkit. Toastmaster Pulkit, contestant number 5.
Now, Swarnima may be not so grown up when it comes to her mischiefs, but she has definitely grown leaps and bounds when it comes to public speaking. My first order of commendation is her crisp, purpose driven speech. And I believe Swarnima used a tabletop model to achieve this. In tabletop model, you have the central premise or message sitting at top, and then you have supports which anchor that message. Swarnima's central message was she is mischievous, and she had 4 anecdotes of a classroom, playground, stage, and the cycle snatching, which furthered her cause. And that, I believe, made her speech lean and mean. The second order of commendation is the use of literary devices. Now, Randy Harvey, 2004 world champion, who is also a PhD in literature, has affirmed that the brain is a lazy organ, and literary devices lights it up. Some of which I could detect in Swarnima's speech were similes, metaphors, and triads. For example, when she used that when you see a swing, I will be on it. When you see a cycle, I will ride it. When you see a problem, it's me. That's a triad. When she said checking there, poking there, disturbing people, again a triad. Road like a lion, like a devil, similes. In full Bollywood style, a head enter, that's metaphors. That's brilliant use, Swarnima. Keep it up. The third aspect of commendation is related to stage use. Now, stage is a combination of 5 components: your stances, transition, anchoring, gestures, and expressions. Now, transitions and anchoring may not be used very well in an online setting, but she did use stances, gestures, and expressions. When she said she was stuck under a desk, she crouched. That's stance. When she walked away, she let her palm display that she's walking away. That's gestures. And expressions, I think that's her strongest point. When she was being goofy, her face lit up. So congratulations on great stage presence, Swarnima. But here's how I believe your speech could be better. Now, conflict is what creates a hook. Escalation of conflict is what creates a climax. I felt, Swarnima, you had 4 anecdotes, and there were problem statements, but none of the anecdotes went to a point where conflict escalated. The problem intensity in all these 4 anecdotes remained the same, and that's the problem. If you see the 2015 winning speech at Khatani, where he had 3 anecdote model, his first 2 anecdotes were less intensity of a child and global warming. The third was about a friend dying. Ultimately, if you have 3 anecdotes, the intensity of conflict should increase. In your case, that wasn't the case. Try to increase the intensity of conflict or problems as your anecdotes go and create the hook that you want. The second, I believe, was the title content association were weak. You had Not So Grown Up Me, but the title made a less debut in your speech. Try to increase the frequency of it. Just increase the frequency of title, make the conflict stronger, but keep up with your stances, gestures, expressions, the literary devices, and the tabletop model. And I'm sure you will keep on growing in public speaking journey. Over to you, Contest Chair.
Let us now observe 3 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and hand them over. Thank you so much, Timer. Thank you everyone for being a part of this amazing contest. I'm not sure about you, but I had a lot of fun. While the chief judge is tallying all the results right now, it is high time to recognize all the contestants of this meeting who have taken time to participate and put their best foot forward. So let me quickly begin the felicitation of the speech contestants of this meeting before we proceed and announce results. So I would request the tech master to spotlight the speech contestants in their speaking order. We'll begin with HSC, followed by the evaluation speech contest. So can I kindly have the speaker one of humorous speech contest on spotlight? Just one moment, I'm trying to share my screen. Toastmaster Akshat, here is your speech, certificate of participation. Thank you so much for taking a part in this speech. We had an amazing time hearing you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tech Master. I would now request you to kindly spotlight contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil, here is a certificate of participation. Thank you so much for taking a part in this humorous speech contest. It was really a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much. Tech Master, I would now request you to kindly spotlight Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster Suraj, here is a certificate of participation. Thank you so much for taking a part in this contest.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you. I would now request the Tech Master to kindly spotlight contestant number 4, Toastmaster Pulkit. Toastmaster Pulkit, here is your certificate of participation. Thank you so much for taking a part in this contest.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. Thank you.
Now it is time to felicitate the contestants of the evaluation contest. Let me reshare my screen. We had Toastmaster Suraj as our first contestant. So, Suraj, here is your certificate of participation. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
The second contestant was Toastmaster Anup. Toastmaster Anup, here is a certificate of participation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Thank you.
Toastmaster Sahil, here is a certificate of participation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would now request Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat, here is a certificate of participation. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
part in the contest. Now, Toastmaster Pulkit, kindly accept your certificate of participation.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much. Give me one moment. Shows I'm facing slight issues with my network. I would really appreciate 1 minute of patience and I'll be back. There were a few backbones of this contest who were relentlessly working to make this a hit. So firstly, I would like to call upon our test speaker, Toastmaster Swarnima, for delivering an amazing speech and helping us out with this contest. Toastmaster Swarnima, kindly accept this certificate of appreciation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for this certificate.
Can we move to the next certificate? Now, I would like to request Toastmaster Nikhil, the Sergeant at Arms, who has started this meeting on a really good note, to kindly accept his certificate of appreciation. We had Toastmaster Prerna, who was the Sergeant at Arms in the breakout room, ensuring that highest level of integrity was followed. Toastmaster Prerna, here is your certificate of appreciation. Toastmaster Archita was the timer of this meeting and she has done a great job and she's still doing a great job. So Toastmaster Archita, you can take off the blue background, turn on your camera and accept your certificate of appreciation.
Thank you so much, contest chair. I got some scratches on my camera, so it will be visible or I'll be blur.
That's okay. You're always beautiful. Now,
Thank you.
moving to the next certificate. We had Toastmaster Dev, who's currently sharing the screen and helping me out when I'm facing issues with my network. Toastmaster Dev has been very vigilant and proactive and has done a great job as a tech master. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dev. We had the Madam Chief Judge who was taking all of us along on the same note. Toastmaster Manvi, thank you so much for taking up the role of Chief Judge and ensuring that the contest was smooth. Toastmaster Manvi, here is your certificate of appreciation.
Thank you so much, contest chair. And someone who took this contest throughout, even during the briefing and during the contest. Toastmaster Vaishnavi, thank you so much for being the contest chair and handling the flow of the contest so beautifully.
Thank you so much. Now, it is time. It is time. It is time of revelation to check to see who has just a moment. Can someone confirm if I'm audible and visible now?
Yes, you are.
Now let us go ahead and announce the results for the first contest, which was the humorous speech contest. Let me quickly share my screen, and I would request the tech master to put the contestant on spotlight once I announce the results. So we had the second runner-up for the humorous speech contest is none other than Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat, congratulations. Here is your certificate.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The first runner-up for humorous speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow is Toastmaster Sahil. Toastmaster Sahil, congratulations. I believe camera is off. Let us quickly go ahead and announce the winner of the humorous speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, who will be representing Toastmasters Club of Lucknow in the area contest. It is none other than Toastmaster Pulkit.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pulkit. I would request you to give me a couple of minutes. In the meantime, the chief judge will be helping me out with the results of the evaluation contest, and I'll reshare my screen. In the meantime, all the certificates will be sent to you on WhatsApp. Before we get the results of the evaluation contest, I would request all of you to switch on their cameras for a quick picture. Tell me how it was.
I request voting judges not to switch on their cameras, please.
Of course.
Why the discrimination, Manvi?
Yes, I have to discriminate here.
The contest was so fun. If I were a voting judge, I might have turned on my camera in excitement, but I'm glad our voting judges are extremely vigilant.
I've done that once. I was a voting judge. Only once has happened. Yes,
I
scandal.
joined with my name and then I was kicked out of the list. So, Toastmaster Shubham, I see you in the meeting room. How was it? How did it go? Now we're having you in the next contest, next cycle.
No, sorry.
Could have
But
said
the
yes,
speeches
but
were great. Like, I heard Toastmaster Pulkit, Akshat, and everyone. Like everyone did really great.
I had fun listening to the humorous speeches, especially. I actually had fun, a lot of fun. And the evaluation speech contest, the test speaker was brilliant. I like every part of this meeting, and I've joined a contest after what, 1.5 years. So lost touch, but I think I'll get a hang of it in this contest season. Toastmaster Nikhil, you have something to say? VP Education of, sorry, President of the club.
Oh,
You are not really audible.
Am I audible now? Yeah. So I think it was a good contest, and honestly, I was, recalling my time during the contest. I was missing being on the stage. So when I was hearing all these contestants, I was thinking, oh, could have been there. So I was missing those times, and again, I know all of them, and I expected all of them to perform well, and uh, it happened. So yeah, I'm very happy about this contest, and thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi and Toastmaster Manvi, for conducting it successfully.
Multitasking after so long, I was having such tough time. I was DMing 10 people at a time and I was like, ये करना है, वो करना है, ये कैसे करते हैं, वो कैसे करते हैं. But I think I
Honestly, when you volunteered for this CC role, I was happy. But when I woke up today, I was even happier because I woke up a little sick, and I was happy that you and Manvi are there to take care of things. So I am pretty happy that okay, I can relax. So thank you so much once again
mentioned
to Manvi,
appreciation for the
Vaishnavi,
judge.
Archita, Dev,
So helpful throughout.
Prerna, and Swarna.
So
Yes, sorry, please, you were saying something. Please continue.
I was just appreciating how vigilant the chief judge was. She was there throughout.
And as soon as I shared the results of evaluation contest, our contest chair froze. Now I'm wondering who will announce the results. Just give me a second. In the meantime, maybe we can hear from the contestants how exactly was your experience participating in the contest? May it be HSC or evaluation. I can see Akshat. How was your experience?
Experience has been good so far. I think every time there is a contest, it basically motivates you to do some bit of preparation. Though I know that preparation never feels complete, but I think competing with so many good speakers, it's always a pleasure and a privilege to be part of such contests.
When you were there, max time, especially in the breakout room during the evaluation contest, what exactly was going on in your mind when you were waiting for your turn?
So I think I got distracted by Toastmaster Pulkit's setup, the way in which he sits in his room. So there's a lot of focus on his face, and I inquired about the lighting that he's using. So he told me that Cisca LED is the lighting that he's using. So I've asked him for the product link. So this was all that I was thinking about, and that in a way kind of helped me temper down in that time, not thinking about the contest. And we had a very, I think the sergeant at arms in the breakout room was kind of okay with us doing some bit of relaxation. So that was also good.
That is nice. How contestants were actually chit-chatting and working upon their visual appearance, especially in the breakout room. I remember while I used to contest, I usually have that jitters. What exactly will I say? How will I say? And all these things. But you people were enjoying it. That was nice. Toastmaster Pulkit, you were the last contestant in evaluation contest. How was the time, especially in the breakout room?
So Manvi, I think the last contestant in evaluation contest is actually lucky because then the evaluation speech turns from impromptu to prepared. So I think this is where luck kicks in. So yeah, I enjoyed being last, Manvi.
That is true, but while we have people who do not let you prepare, I still wonder, was it a prepared speech or an impromptu evaluation?
If you have so much time, Manvi, an impromptu evaluation turns into prepared speech. In fact, the only time I've won, and when I won in District 41, Evaluate to Elevate, I was the 8th contestant, and I got 30 minutes to prepare. And so yeah, ultimately, when I was the first contestant in district this year, I bombed, for example. So I think it's a privilege to be last.
Nice. I usually preferred being the first one because after that we do not have to wonder or worry about what we'll be sharing. So thank you so much for sharing this aspect of being last and getting prepared. I we can we hear from Anoop? He's not on camera, but are you there, Toastmaster Anoop? Toastmaster Anoop, are you there?
Sorry, Toastmaster one. We had to take it forward. Just allow me 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. Toastmaster Suraj, are you there? I believe
Yes,
yes.
and yes, questions, Manvi.
How
So
was your experience?
experience was quite good. I mean, I would say I had a mixed feeling. Like sometimes it was like yes, I'm participating in the contest. Sometimes it was like yes, it's just like other meetings. So, but it was great because being a first contestant in evaluation, I could enjoy listening to all the contestants, and I could get I could gather lots of insights from others evaluators as well. So it was great listening to all of them. Great target speaker's speech, and yeah, it was great experience, like listening to several stories of humorous speeches. So I could say that lots of things to have from this contest for me. And thanks for all the people who have worked at the back end to conduct this contest, whether it's the president of Toastmasters of Lucknow, Toastmasters Nikhil, chief judges, and all the judges for contest chair and target speaker. So thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for sharing and even appreciating people. Uh, Now I would love to hear from our test speaker. She has to remain anonymous till the time she comes on stage. So, Toastmaster Swarnima, you got evaluated by 5 people, if I'm not wrong. Yes, by 5 people. How was your experience hearing different evaluations from 5 different speakers on a single speech? Toastmaster Swarnima?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was a very great experience for me actually. Having so many evaluation for my speech, so I can improve it like in so many ways. Like all the people have given like different evaluations, so I can work upon them and make my speech even more better for the next time. And hearing the speech of every speaker, and every speaker was so amazing, like especially Toastmaster Sahil. His speech was so amazing. I am laughing like throughout his speech. Yes, that is my experience, I guess. Over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Swarnima. I still have a fear of being a test speaker in the evaluation speech contest because on a single speech, we still can tolerate one evaluation, but many people evaluating, that is still something that have a fear or I'm scared about. And you took up this specific role at I believe yesterday only, if I'm not wrong, because the main test speaker backed out. So thank you so much for taking up the role and helping the club, because without a speaker we cannot uh, have an evaluation contest. So thank you so much, Master Swarnima. Okay, I got a message from the contest chair that she's facing some issues with her laptop, so she'll not be able to join in. In the meantime, I believe I should go ahead and announce the results because I do have the results handy. One thing that I would like to mention before announcing the results is we do not have any disqualification neither in HSC nor in evaluation. So, heartiest congratulations to all the contestants for being on time and for being qualified throughout. Now, you got the results of HSC, that is Humorous Speech Contest. I'll share the results of Evaluation Speech Contest. The second runner up, that means the third place winner of Evaluation Speech Contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow is. Any guesses? I know. Any guesses, guys? I can see three people on camera. Are others there? Because I'll not announce the results without these guesses. If you want to know the results, you have to guess. Judges, please refrain yourself from guessing. Uh, Shubham, you witnessed the contest, right? Any guesses who will be the third place winner?
No idea. Seriously.
Okay. Third place winner for the evaluation speech contest is Toastmaster Pulkit Gupta. Congratulations, Toastmaster Pulkit, for being the second runner-up.
Thank you so much, man.
Now, coming to the first runner-up, that is second place winner for the evaluation speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. That goes to Toastmaster Akshat. Congratulations, Toastmaster Akshat, for being the second place winner. And the winner of the evaluation speech contest, who will be representing Toastmasters Club of Lucknow at the area contest in the evaluation, is Toastmaster Sahil. He is not there, but heartiest congratulations to all three winners of the evaluation speech contest, and specifically to all the contestants who came up on stage and participated, because I do remember my days when I used to participate and have a fear. How will I perform? How will I do this? How will I do that? But you all came on stage and performed. You have the courage. So thank you so much for participating in the evaluation speech contest. As a contest chair is not there, I'll be sharing the certificates of all the winners and the contestants in the contestants group after the meeting. In the meantime, I would love to give the stage to the president of the club, Toastmaster Nikhil. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Madam Chief Judge, for all your time, for helping us conduct this contest in such a streamlined uh, way. And thank you to all the participants who, I can vouch that it takes a lot to participate, to be on this stage. I've been there, and I really appreciate for you, especially a few of you who, for example, Toastmaster Nobai, he spoke with him yesterday only, and he said that I may not be able to participate, but then, he ultimately uh, agreed to participate at least in one contest. So thank you so much to all the participants for taking out the time. Again, once again, thank you to our contest chair Vaishnavi for conducting this, briefing everyone and taking care of this whole contest, the whole process. Toastmaster Manvi, working with her alongside Toastmaster Dev, Toastmaster Prerna, Toastmaster Swarnima, Toastmaster Archita, and all the voting judges to take out time and be a part of this contest and help us conduct it. Congratulations to all the winners, and I I really enjoyed it. And honestly, I was missing my time at the contest, and this was probably the first time since I became district officer that I was thinking, oh shit, I should have been there, should have been participating. But I think probably next season. But for now, congratulations all the winners and all those who participated. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
I would like to take the stage from Toastmaster Nikhil and thank all the voting judges, because they did the most important part, wherein I just collated the results, but they were judging throughout, they were active throughout. And being a voting judge, and without people knowing what we are doing, the contest relies on us. That is actually the most important part of the contest. So thank you so much to all my panel members who helped me in getting the results, and who helped the club getting the top three winners. Thank you so much. I believe we can officially adjourn the contest now.
Yes, please, Toastmaster ma'am. You can stop the
Thank
recording.
you so much. Before I stop the recording, the area contest of the area in which TMCL lies is on 27th of this month. That is next Saturday, or I should say coming Saturday. And it is happening at IMS UC campus, Ghaziabad. The timings will be shared by the area director, I believe, and the winner will be representing the club at the area contest. And I'll request all those who can be there and witness and encourage the winners and encourage the members of your club. Please do join in. Area contest, that too an offline contest, does give a vibe. So I'll request all those who are around Delhi NCR, please do join the area contest as well. Thank you so much. I officially adjourn the humorous and evaluation speech contest of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow for the term 2025-2026.